everyone, it's Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and today we have another featured artist of the month, and this is a crochet pattern designer that I love their patterns and I want to share their creations with you guys to share the love, and maybe you find a pattern that you want to try out or love, or something you've done in the past yourself. So today's featured designer is going to be TheresasCrochetShop. She has so many amazing patterns. She has been around for quite some time now, and you can see her transformation, and I love how her transformation is from worsted weight yarn all the way into the plush yarns, and she has been updating a lot of those worsted weight yarns into a plushy style crochet project, which I really love and adore, and she's always creating new, fun, interesting designs. She also has a YouTube page here, and it has so many helpful tips. If you go onto that page, you'll see tutorials on how to connect pieces onto your plushies, how to sew on, or how to embroider eyes, and she even has some of her paid patterns for free as a tutorial on YouTube. So lots of good stuff that she is sharing. You can find her on YouTube, you can find her on Instagram, and has her own shop that you can go and purchase patterns from her, I believe directly or through Etsy. So let's go ahead and get started. I have 8 patterns to show you guys today. One of them is just going to be an image, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I wanted to start off with the smaller item, which is her sweet little Stingray, and this is the small version. So these are fun, quick, easy designs that you can make, and I did this one in Sweet Snuggles Light, and I did this one in Parfait Chunky, and my son picked out the colors for this one. This is his own, and then this one was to match a bigger version, and this pattern you can actually get for free on YouTube as a tutorial if you want to like try out one of her patterns, and you can also purchase this. You know, she has a pack, like a whole pack that you can buy that has this size, and then an even bigger one. I only purchased these 2 sizes. The bigger one I have not purchased yet, but I might have to, because I absolutely fell in love with this pattern. So you can make this into a pocket, or you can sew this closed. I've done both versions, but I love the pocket version, especially since you can take the baby ones and put them inside the mama one, and you could sell it as a set. So you could have a baby within the mom, and then it would be a fun little play set for kiddos. But isn't this so cool? And as you can see, you do a pocket in here, so you don't need any polyfill. So if maybe you are out of polyfill, this is a fun project you can do. Obviously it does use more yarn because you are creating that pocket, but this pattern was so easy to follow and not really that long to make, considering the size of it and how cool it is. Manta rays are one of my favorite sea creatures, so this was right up my alley. I was so excited to make this pattern, and as you can see, I used that Bloom chenille for this one and another design that I'm going to show you next, but I just thought it was a fun, pretty spring colors. So there are the first 2 patterns. This one you can get for free as a tutorial, and then I believe she probably has tutorial tips on how to put this one together as well. She's so good at offering up all kinds of suggestions and help for each of her patterns, which is really cool. The next one I made in the same colors is this sweet dragonfly, and I love how this came out. It is a little bit heavy in the upper half, so like obviously you can't hold it down here because there's not much. All the weight is up here in the arms. I made this also in the Sweet Snuggles Light Bloom colors. I think if I made this again, I would definitely do it in Parfait Chunky. I think that's the yarn she uses in her images, but I really did love how this turned out. I think I did something slightly wrong with the head. I think I overstuffed it because I think the head is supposed to look a little bit more round, but I do like how it turned out anyway. And the wings are sewn on, and I just really love how it turned out. Now with her patterns, there is a lot of sewing involved, so just be prepared to sew. But it's not like painful or anything. It's just part of the process. I mean, the pieces, you have to like sew the antlers and you have to sew the wings on. It's not that bad. This whole section is crocheted within together. So yeah, sewing, but you know, sometimes sewing is kind of necessary. So whether you like it or not, sometimes it's necessary to do it. The next pattern is going to be this Hammerhead shark. And this guy is so cool. I believe she has this one in a worsted weight option as well, but this one is definitely in a worsted weight option, and she has switched it up into a plush option as well. Obviously I chose the plush options for these because that's mostly what I make. I do make worsted weight options as well, but if I can find a plushy version, I will always go for that first because it's more fun for me to make. But here we have this Hammerhead shark. So cool. I love the way she designed it. You make the head first, and then you do the body, and then you have to sew the fins, all the fins on, and you have to sew the head onto the body as well, and then this little belly patch. So like I said, lots of sewing involved, but it's pretty simple sewing. And once again, you can go onto her YouTube channel and she will give you tips and tricks on how to sew all of the pieces together, or how to make a smile or embroider some eyes, all kinds of tips and tricks that can go along with these plushies or any other plushie you're making in the future. Definitely check her out over there for all kinds of great ways and tips on how to do different things, techniques. So this Hammerhead shark is pretty cool. Going with the aquatic theme, I have this whale shark as well. Once again, a lot of sewing on pieces. You have to sew on the fins, the tail fins, the dorsal fins, the belly patch, and then this is all just surface crocheted in afterwards. And I actually went on and took her tips on how to embroider the eyes onto this guy as well. So I went and watched her video. This guy has, once again, a pouch. He does come with a shrimp option to stuff in his mouth, which my kiddo wants me to make the shrimp so bad. I just haven't gotten around to it because I didn't have the right color for the shrimp. So I just need to get that right color so I can make some shrimp to go with this guy. But I loved how, once again, it's a fun, interactive plush again, because you can stuff things in its mouth or you can close it up. So yeah, just a whole bunch of fun involved in this guy. Husband really liked this one too. He thought this one was pretty cool looking. And speaking of interactive creations, we have Flip the Fish. Now, Flip the Fish is really cool because he is created to be an interactive toy where you flip it and you try to make it land as so. I'm personally not the greatest at this game, but my family and I were playing it the other day and it's a lot of fun. And it's very interactive. So you make the mouth, and it gives it this solid base so that you can flip it and like throw it up in the air, and the whole point is to have it land like that. So quick and easy to make. I think I made like 5 of these in a day and a half because I was really enjoying making them and making them all in different variegated colors and everything. You will see those on another video, but he was a lot of fun to make, and I think this will be a fun one for markets. If you are prepping for a market, to have a fun interactive toy at your market where you could say, you know, come flip me, I'm a game type of thing. And so here's Flip the Fish. I think he is one of my favorite patterns of all of these, and one of the quickest as well. And this one you can purchase, or you can get this one for free on her YouTube. So you can go and get a tutorial on how to make him right on YouTube, which is cool. Next up, I am going to show you guys my pterodactyl. And I love this guy so much. He was actually more fun to make than I expected him to. I thought he would be a lot more work and a lot more hard. I thought he was going to be more difficult to make, but he actually wasn't too bad. You make the head first and then the body. You add the body to the head, and then I believe you surface crochet the wings. It's been a little while since I created him, but you surface crochet the wings on. There's like a fun technique for that, and then you sew on the legs and the tail. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, and I think he's really cool. And I like how his wings are spread out like that, and you sew the arms and the wings together a little bit to make them so they stay spread out like that. But he was a lot of fun to make, and it was fun to use up some of my Bernat blanket yarn to make him. I like his size. I think he'll be pretty popular, and it looks like you could probably sit him up as so, or you could have him like maybe flying. If you had a tent, you could put a little string on him to make him look like he was flying through the air. So he was pretty cool to make. Once again, lots of pieces that you have to sew together, but definitely worth it, especially if you're using Bernat blanket yarn, because it turns out to be a pretty good size. And look at that, once again, I'm wearing something that matches me. But yeah, so there was this guy as well. The last item I have physically here in front of me is this kangaroo, and it's a little baby Joey. I love this pattern so much, and it makes me want to make 5,000 more animals that have babies with them. Once again, lots of pieces that you have to sew on. He was a big project to make, but certainly worth it. When you're making it, maybe it doesn't feel like it's worth it because there's so many different pieces. Like you have to do the legs, the tail, the pouch, the arms, the head, the ears, and then the baby. But when he was finished, I was so in love with this piece, and I think it turned out so good. And I love that it does stand up on its own, and it's just so cool. I love it so much. It's cute on its own, but then when you add the little baby too, it's just a teeny tiny little baby Joey, and I just think it's so sweet. Great gift for a little girl or anyone who enjoys playing like mom or house or anything like that, because you have the baby and the mama. It'd be a great baby shower gift too, for an expecting mom, I think. So much fun, and I did enjoy learning new creative ways to make the legs and shaping of the tail and everything else. It's just a great overall awesome fun thing to make, that came out looking so cool. Probably one of my favorite pieces that I made in this collection that I have done. So I definitely say the kangaroo and flip the fish, which is supermarket friendly, quick make, versus probably one and statement piece at a market. And so yeah, those are all the things that I have created. I also have one bonus item that I wanted to show you guys. I don't have it physically with me, but I have made it in the past. It was a gift for a teacher. My son picked out what to make for her. This was one of the first items I ever created from TheresasCrochetShop, is this hummingbird right here, and it turned out so beautiful. It does come as a worsted weight option, or you get the plush option. I believe this pattern came with both of them in the pattern. I bought the plush option and it had the worsted weight option within it as well. And so yeah, here is that hummingbird that I made. It was a gift for his teacher. His teacher loved it. I do want to make another one of these. I was planning on making another one of these for this video, but I have a market coming up and I ran out of time and I wanted to get these filmed before my market, so just in case they sold, I would still have this video ready for you guys. But that is everything I have made from Theresas Crochet Shop. I really enjoy all of her patterns I have done so far. Many more of them in my future. I have some that I have bought, but I haven't actually made them yet. And she also has new ones coming out, and just overall fun, cute items that you can make. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give her a view on YouTube, a like on Instagram, or go and purchase one of her patterns to support her. Great stuff, and overall I really love her designs. So thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below which item you liked the best out of all of these. And if you have made any of her items in the past, let me know which one you made. And I will talk to you guys all on the next one. So thanks for joining. Bye.